Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. We are now in the middle of November and I just haven't been able to come out here and do any work. I've been working other places and I've just got this little window of opportunity. The lady that I'm working for, she's not well, so it's going to enable me to put sort of 2 weeks into this. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to finish this off, put my line of bricks all the way along now. But before I do that, I've got to clear all this mess out. This has got to be cleared. I'm going to be burying the drainage pipe along here underneath this, and then it's going to allow me to run along the garden and put a soakaway down there. So yeah, it's a bit of a tidy up mission for the first thing that I've got to do. And once I've got that drainage, then I can backfill, then I can start putting my brick staggers in and start infilling. And when I infill, I use ballast. I use 4 buckets to 1 bucket of cement. So I mean, what I normally do, I normally stick 8 buckets of ballast into a cement mixer and 2 buckets of cement, and that puts it right to the top, and that seems to work. And then once that's in there, flatten it all down, wood float it all down, and then I sprinkle some pebbles on there, 20mm pebbles, and then I just clean it all up as best I can, get all the cement off, because it really does go everywhere. And that's probably one of the hardest jobs to do, is to make sure that you've cleaned it all down and there's no cement like residue. So yeah, but yeah, and then I'm just gonna finish off this line here, and then I'm gonna put one more line. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and I'm doing one more line of bricks all the way to the fence, and that's as far as I can go, guys, because if I'm finished there, then I've got, this is where my gate's going. If you see my finger, there'll be a gate here, and this is where the end of the extension is. So this bit here I have to leave exposed, because I have to put all my drainage pipes in there. That will pick up my sink in the kitchen, and it allows me to go over there and then connect into the existing like sewerage and all that. I've got to put a toilet upstairs. I've got a lot of work to do around this corner. I've got to dig it all out, and yeah, so I'll be showing you how I do that, guys. But yeah, hopefully I'm going to get this done, but we'll see, eh guys. Just if you want to see how it turns out, please like and subscribe, and you can follow me on this journey. I'd love a comment, guys. Even I haven't had one comment yet. I have, will tell a lie, I've had one which made no sense. But yeah, if you've got anything to add to this, guys, and yeah, just feel free to give us a comment. And but be nice, be nice. There's no point being rude about things, is there? Like, you know what I mean? Because what's the point of that? Just be nice. Show some love, guys. Show some love. Anyway, I'll see you in a little while. I'm going to start clearing out this mess. And I don't know even where to put it. I don't even know where to put it. I've got nowhere to put it, because if you look around, I'm just putting rubbish on top of rubbish. And so I'm going to have to better organise what I'm doing. I think I'm going to have to, because I wanted to save all this hardcore. I wanted to save it, but it's just got to a point where I might just get rid of it and buy some, because I don't know, it's just getting on my nerves in the way. And you know what it's like if you're working on a messy site, you kind of lose heart, and I think that's what's happened with me. It's like it's been really hard to motivate myself, and even when I've done it, like, as I say, it's not going to be finished, is it? It's going to be one of them things that's not finished. And once I've done that, then it's going to be near enough Christmas, isn't it? It's only going to be like 6 weeks to Christmas, or 4 weeks. And so yeah, but I'm going to be going into that garage, and I'm going to start putting in like a wardrobe, dot and dabbing some boards, and like working out where all the electrics go in, because we're turning that garage into a gym. So if you want to see how that ends up, yeah, just click on the notification buttons, guys. I've got a lot of work to do. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to be going upstairs and doing my bedroom, because I've just ordered a bed, and I need to get that into shape. I need to, it's a big bedroom, so I'm going to cut it in. I'm going to knock a third of it off, and I'm going to put like an ensuite in there. So if you want to see how that turns out, you know what I mean? But yeah, to do that upstairs bedroom, literally got to rip up all of the floors upstairs, because well, you know what the drill is, isn't it? I've got to get all the water over from one end of the house to the other. So yeah, it's going to be awkward. Anyway, I'll see you in a minute, guys, and we'll see how we get on. Laters. Right guys, here we are. I'm going to do this little section here. What is it, 11 o'clock? 12 o'clock. Just going to get this infilled. What I've done, I've knocked up my cement. Probably, I should have knocked it up in the mixer, because then I could do all this, but I'm just going to do this today. And I know I haven't got enough knocked up there, because I'm just using little buckets, so I'm going to probably have to knock up twice just to get this infilled. So yeah, I'm going to show you how it's done, guys, or how I do it anyway. Let's see how we get on.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be outdoors, forever free. You and me,
try not to use the metal float because it'll bring the water up. I don't want that. That's why I use a wooden one. Tap it down again. I think that's that. That's ready for putting the pedals in. I've got it slightly raised all around. That's what I want. Yep, good enough. Just put the pedals in. I've pre-washed these, and the best thing is not to have them wet, because obviously now I'm putting it onto the concrete, I don't want all water dripping on, weakening the surface. So this is what I've done. I just even it all out. Fill in the gaps. Right, well, that'll do it. A few more. A few more on the edge. Right. All I'm going to do now is just up and down. Just below the surface, like that, so I know that when I come to wipe the top off, it will bring out the pebbles. If I was using a metal float, the trowel, it would bring all the water up to the surface, and I don't want that. I want this top to be as strong as it can be. Try not to create any puddles in it, because that's just water and it'll make it weak. Right, I'm probably going to let that go off a little bit, and then I use my metal trowel just to, there's little divots here, pools of water. And I want to temper it down, but don't do it just yet, you've got to let it go off. So I'm going to give that about an hour to go off. Then I'm going to come back out here and give it another with this, and really compact it in so it's nice and flat and level, yeah? But that's it guys, that's how you do it. That's how I do it anyway. Hey boy. That's it. Okay, over there. That's it. I'm going to leave it for an hour and I'll be back in an hour. Right. I finished laying this about 12:30 and it's now 2:30. And to be fair, I think it's the weather's against me. It's a bit damp, it's a bit wet. But I've got to finish it off. So what I'm going to do now, get my wooden float. It's plastic float, not a wooden one. I did say though to use the metal trowel, but you don't use the metal trowel, you use the wooden one. And I'm going to flatten it all in. Fill in all the voids. Messing about, but the more time you spend on it, the better the result. I don't know whether to use the metal one or the wooden one. I need to fill these gaps in. I think it's the wooden one. It's a bit of trial and error. I'm trying to get the best method, the best finish. And I'm still not mastered it. Experimenting as I go along. I reckon by the time I finish it, I'll have the right method. Filling all of these little walls, little experimenting. Yeah, that's not quite working, so I'm going to try the metal one. I think it's the metal one. Trying to get as flat as possible now, taking out all the little imperfections. This is going to take me forever. But Rome wasn't built in a day, was it, eh? But that's looking better. Defo. I'm going to come out with a damp sponge in a minute, and I'm just going to go around and clean up as much of the cement that's touching the bricks. I don't want to add any water to this because obviously, like I said before, it's going to make the surface a bit weak, and I want it as strong as possible. But it's getting to somewhere where I'm happy with it now. I'll fetch you in close and I'll show you what I mean. I'll try and do this while filming. Right guys, if you can see what I'm doing here now, I brought you closer because what I don't want is it to look like that. You can see all divots, and what you need to do, you need to get it nice and smooth and cover it over completely. Yeah, so you just got to keep going until you cover it all. Oops, it's hard while you're filming and doing this at the same time. But yeah, just going to make sure that's a leaf, don't want that. Don't want to go too nutty because I'm starting to draw the water back up, and that's what I don't want. So it's near enough there now. I'm near enough happy with it. I've cleaned up all the edges. Yeah. So I think the best thing to do is not to mess about with it too much. Like I say, I've covered it. I'm just gonna try not to leave any lines in it. I think the trick would be is just to let this water disappear a little bit, which I'm probably going to allow because yeah, you don't want this water
on top like this. So I'm going to let it go off for another hour, and then I'm literally just going to take out all these little imperfections here. And what'll happen tomorrow, I'm going to get some Dr. Pepper in a little while, in an hour's time say. Just going to tidy this up, and my last little thing will be I'm going to spray some Dr. Pepper, a very light spray of Dr. Pepper on the top of this, and I'm going to cover it up with some plastic. And I'm hoping tomorrow, because it's cold, there's no sun on this at all, and I'm hoping tomorrow it's going to allow me just to get my hose and a stiff brush, and I'm just going to clean it all off, and hopefully it will expose the pebbles. That's what I'm hoping, guys. And like I say, I'm going to get a damp sponge now, because I don't want to put any water to this, because it's going to weaken like the surface. Like the more water that's on the top, it's not good, is it? So I'm just going to damp sponge this off, and even if it does leave like the cement on the edges here, as long as like it'll be the next day or the day after, I'm going to put some acid cleaner on it, and I'll be able to take all this off. It will come off, and then I'll probably leave it another 3 or 4 days, even a week later, and I'm going to dilute the acid, and I'm just going to clean all the surface. And yeah, this is the hardest part, is the cleanup of it, and just keep coming back till you're happy. You just got to keep going at it until you finally get where you want to be with it. But yeah, I think that's come out all right. Like I say, I'm not gonna keep messing around with it, because I'm just leaving lines in it, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, leave it. Have a word with myself. Leave it. Yeah, I think that's it, done. So yeah, come back tomorrow. Well, it won't be for you, it'll be a couple of seconds, guys, because tomorrow, early in the morning, I'm going to wash this off. And fingers crossed, it's going to come out like this. I'm hoping, because each time I'm doing it a little bit different. I'm just trying to perfect it a little bit, you know what I mean? And especially with this section, I've really tried to keep like the water at a minimum, because when I laid that one over there, I literally took the pebbles out of the bucket of water. They was all, because I washed them, and I was sprinkling like all the pebbles in. Obviously, when I had my hand in the bucket, I was putting more water on the top, and I wasn't happy with it, because it just it took forever to stamp it all in. But this time I've tried to keep the water down to like a minimum. Right, what I've done, I've come back out an hour later, and I've just put the sponge, and I've taken all the slurry off the top, and I'm really happy with that. So a little note is, when you do the sponging, go in one direction, like wipe the sponge that way, so like it'll have the same effect. If there's any ripples, if you start doing the sponge that way, and then on the next section you do it that way, it could look a bit weird. So always keep in mind that you're always doing it that way on each section. So my next thing, I'm probably not going to show you this, guys, because it's probably going to be dark. I'm just going to spray the Dr. Pepper on it, like I said, little light spray, cover it with this plastic, and yeah, see what happens tomorrow, eh? Fingers crossed. Laters.